A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, man. I tell you, my people. So the T20 World Cup, it is only a couple days away. Yeah, man. And one thing I have realized in the comment section for most of the videos that I have done, the West Indies fans, they seem to be very confident. They are upbeat. And the West Indies head coach, Darren Sammy, seems as if he's equally as confident as the supporters. I was looking at an interview that he did after the South Africa series, and he was saying, yes, we can. He's confident that the Caribbean team can deliver. So I'm going to work my way through that interview. Also, going to talk a little bit about the rankings, the T20 rankings. Going to look at a couple of our bowlers, a couple of our batsmen. We were anticipating that at the end of the series against South Africa, a couple of our players would have moved up. But I was looking at it just now, so I will tell you exactly what's happening with that. So give a listening ear until the end. Also, make sure you leave a like on the video. And if you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Alright, so this interview by Darren Sammy, as I said, he did this little bit of talking shortly after the third T20 against South Africa. Now, I am going to be taking a couple of things away from this article. It's written by the Jamaica Observer, and they're basically covering the interview that Sammy did. So I'm not going to read the article in its entirety. I'm just going to look at what Sammy was saying. So this is Darren Sammy now, as it relates to speaking about the team. This is Sammy, and I quote, "I have a team that is very proud. They believe they are some of the better players in the world. They believe as a team that we can win. And I'm pretty sure you saw how we played against South Africa." End quote for now. So Sammy is saying, listen, the guys believe in themselves, and they believe that if they trust each other basically, and just lean on each other, they can go out there and get the job done, similarly to what they did against South Africa. And I know every time we say these things, people talk about it wasn't the strongest South Africa team and whatever, this and that. I always say you can only play the team that is in front of you. And we could also argue that 6 or 7 of our players weren't there. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to win, but you only can play the team that is in front of you. Now, Sammy went on to say, "I believe with all the work we have put in, the way we have played T20 cricket at home, especially last year and the start of the year, we haven't lost a series at home. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, the roles that have been executed, and I'm pretty sure Captain Ravman Powell has the belief that we could go out and win the World Cup, and so do I." You hear that? Man speaking for skipper Powell, and also saying if Powell believes that, he's not the only one because Sammy also believes that. So Sammy went on to say, he was talking about the players in the IPL. He was asked about the players in the IPL. So this is his response here. And I quote, "They have been playing cricket. Ravman, Hetmeyer, Russell just won an IPL," right? Well, he said they have been playing cricket. Ravman, Hetmeyer, and he said, those guys, and he said Russell just won an IPL. So so game time in the middle has been good, right? He said Romari Shepherd came in and we saw what he had. Rutherford hasn't played a game since February, but we have been in constant communication with these guys. End quote for now. So remember that a few weeks ago, I had indicated that the players that are over there in the IPL and not getting any game, CWI had sent out programs for them to work with in terms of staying physically fit and, things that they need to do in the next, specific to their skill that they will be making the team for. So that is what Sammy is reminding us, that Rutherford hasn't played a competitive game since February, and we're basically it's gonna be June by the time we take the field for the first game, June the 2nd. I mean, on the 30th we have that warm-up game against Australia, so probably we'll get a chance to take a look at him. So Sammy went on to say it's not new for these guys turning up a couple days before. That's what they have been doing for the last 6 years or so. But it's a World Cup, and what I've seen here and the guys that are coming in, most of them have match practice under their belt, so I'm not worried. End quote. So, even though they weren't a part of the South Africa tour Sammy series, Sammy is basically saying, he's good with that. He also spoke about Jason Holder and Obed Mackay, Holder going out and Mackay coming in. So this is Sammy on that topic. Jason is a big blow. He's been part of this T20 setup for the last few years, and he's been one of our better death bowlers. But we also know that Obed is quality. He said that Obed, also brings that left arm angle and variation. You saw that how good he was in the third game against South Africa. He went on he also spoke about spinner Moti. So this is him. Moti continues to do really good. He's been a massive find for us, especially in the middle overs, getting wickets and creating pressure. And seeing Shamar bowl the new ball, it's encouraging signs. End quote. So Sammy there trying to touch a little bit on the topics that he know people are the things that the fans will want to hear. So there you have it, my people. I don't need to say much more where that is concerned. You can let me know what you think about Darren Sammy's reasoning. All right, so the T20, the ranking of our players. Now, after the South Africa series, quite a few people were looking forward to seeing Moti's place on the list, right? But as of now, the rankings, it hasn't been updated. So what I'm seeing here, the last update is the 20th of May, right? The 20th of May, that's the last update that I am seeing here. And in terms of our bowling, Akil Hussein is still our highest ranked bowler. Obviously, when they give us an update, hopefully before we play the warm-up game against Australia, I can go through and give you the updated version. But as of now, Akil Hussein is still our highest ranked bowler at number 3, and he's followed by Alzari Joseph. Alzari Joseph, who is at 16. And then you would have to go all the way down to 26 to find a man that won't be at the World Cup in Jason Holder. And then you work your way all the way down to 34 to find our new death bowler, Romario Shepherd. And then from Romario Shepherd, you go way down to 57. The newly recalled, if we can put it that way, Obed Mackay at 57. Right, probably by the time, probably when they update it, he will be bumped up a little bit. So Obed Mackay is 57, and then you go all the way down in the 90s, 97 for Odin Smith, right? And so Moti hasn't entered the top 100 as yet, based on what I'm seeing here. But I'm sure that once they update this, then we will definitely see Gudikish Moti breaking in the top 100. All right, before we go, I am gonna see if I can pull up the batting, just to give you an idea of what's going on for our batting. The rankings at the top, we have Phil Salt, and at number 1, our highest ranked batter is Brandon King, and he's ranked 13. Right, so Brandon King is ranked at number 13. Nicholas Pooran is second at 15. And then you would have to work your way all the way down from 15 to 26 to find the T20 captain, Ravman Powell. From 26, you would have to work your way down to find Johnson Charles. Johnson Charles is at 37. right? 37. And then you have Kyle Mayers, who was named as a part of the reserve team, or the reserves, right? He's at 43. And then 60, we have Sheffield Rutherford, who is also a part of that World Cup squad. So that is how it's looking as of now. Hopefully, before we have that warm-up game against Australia, it will be updated and I can touch on it. Gonna leave it right here for now, my people. Continue to stay safe. Thank you all for the support. Big up.